Hey guys, it's Nick from the Racing Rejects, and in this video I'm going to give you a walk around of this old GMC Cabover. So I've been working on this truck for the last couple of years. I've really been working on it a lot in the last 6 months. I'm actually building it for my uncle. And this is a GMC H Series. The H Series was the large Cabover, and it's actually 11 inches wider than the normal Cabover. And these trucks were built from 49 into the early 50s. Not exactly sure what year this is. I'm kind of leaning towards it being a 49 year model. It's a very solid truck. Being out of New Mexico, there's hardly any rust through on this truck. There's basically no cancer. And it's really solid. There's no damage anywhere. It's got a couple of cracks and a little bit of dents on the side over here, but nothing too bad. And we actually have all the glass, lenses, badges, everything. This was a complete truck. In fact, it was running and driving when he got it. You could get these trucks with diesels and gas burners, but this had the big gasoline straight six, and I think it was the 503. And that is a ton of cubic inches for a straight six engine. Now the truck has a 5.9 Cummins 12 valve with the P-pump injection pump, and it's hooked to a 47 RH transmission, and it's sitting on a late 90s to early 2000s GMC top kick frame, and it's been lowered in the front, but a lot of work has actually went into the rear suspension. So let's go back there and check it out. We built a parallel 4-link with a panhard bar and Firestone air springs. These are actually like an 18-wheeler sized air spring back here. Me and Wesley designed this in SolidWorks. We tuned in all the anti-squat and everything that we wanted. We got the panhard bar where it sits exactly level when the truck's at ride height. It's a little low right now. The only thing left to do back here is mount shocks, but I want to finalize a few things before I get that done. Another thing you might notice is we've got the frame boxed all the way from the front of the bars all the way to the back, and the frame's actually notched. Of course, you can see the giant Michelin Super Singles, and this is also a 2-speed rear end. And another unique thing about this chassis is it has hydraulic disc brakes, and it's actually the same system that's used in my dad's dump truck. And I drive that thing a lot, and I really like the braking system on this. And it'll have a Hydro Boost master cylinder with an emergency electric booster. So another thing I've done pretty recently is mounted these Peterbilt fuel tanks on here. I had to build custom mounts. I had the mounts that came off of the truck, but the tanks would have sit way too low, so I had to make higher mounts. And these turned out really good. I'm pretty proud of those. And they're fully TIG welded, just like everything on the rear suspension. The next thing back here will probably be, we're probably going to do diamond plate on top and let it rust just like we did to the rear suspension. And then we'll probably put sheet metal down the sides of the frame just to smooth those up. We'll also add a gooseneck and fifth wheel hitch back here. And we're going to make this truck, the plan right now anyway, is to make this truck sort of look like a semi-tractor trailer type truck, so that my uncle can pull trailers with it and haul cars and everything. He actually has a 39 Plymouth that's set up the same way, kind of like a mini truck, 18-wheeler big rig. And he loves the truck. He's, out of his collection, he drives that one more than any of them. So he kind of wants this one to match that. So that's the plan for it. And the last thing I want to show you is what we've done on the inside. So this is what I've been working on most recently, is inside the cab. And of course, you'll climb up these really cool cast aluminum steps. These are stock, came with this truck. And I did a flat floorboard. I actually did this a few months ago. And I also got the steering column set up and built the pass-through on here. And I had to cut down this column. This is the original column. And it actually went all the way down to the steering box, and the shaft came all the way up through it. And I actually had to shorten the shaft and cut down the column and press a bearing into it to make it work. But the most recent project has been mounting these seats. These, I'm not sure what they came out of, but they're nice seats. They just need cleaning up a bit. But I think they're out of a second row on an SUV. They're kind of this captain's chair type seats. It's got dual armrests. But the main reason why I think they came out of a second row on the SUV is they actually have a hook in the front and a latch in the rear. And that was so that they were quick release to get out and, you know, make the SUV floor go flat. And I actually kept that. I wanted to utilize that, and so I made these pedestal mounts. So this seat actually, you can move the latch and it goes up like this, and then it unhooks, and you can have the seat out of this thing. You can have both seats out in a matter of minutes, and that way you can just take the seats out. We'll have a console in there. I'll make it to where it releases pretty quick too. And then you can take this whole one-piece flat floorboard out, and then you have full access to the top of the engine. And so that'll be really nice when we have to do maintenance or if anything goes wrong with this thing. I hope you enjoyed my walk around of this old truck. I'll probably throw a couple more of these up as this project progresses. So if you want to see some more progress in the meantime, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at NickFarris53. That's F-A-R-R-I-S. Also, you can follow the Racing Rejects on Instagram. We're at Racing Rejects. We're also on Facebook. And if you want to email us, we are theracerejects@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.